and welcome to our WAPSAC 2019, our scuba diving year in review. So our diving year started on the 13th of January with our first trip to Captain. A first chance to get wet and blow away the cobwebs from the festive season. Cold, wet and muddy, what more could you want for the start of the diving season? On the 19th of January we hosted an Oxford Administration and Emergency Diver First Aid course facilitated by one of our club instructors. On the 16th of February we ventured to Eccleston Delph and were rewarded with a sunny but cold winter's day. This wasn't very good, but it was great experience for some of our trainee divers. Our next club trip out was on the 30th of March, and again we decided to go to Captain as the weather had started to improve. Water temperature, however, was still pretty cold, too cold for a wetsuit.
Are you diving today, Beard? Why not, Beard?
7 degrees. 2F cold.
The underwater visibility was getting much better though. For Easter we decided to go to the Isle of Man and do some shore dives. We arrived on the midnight boat and set up camp on Peel campsite. The weather was warm and sunny and we had some spectacular underwater visibility. We even found a few lobster pots full of lobsters. In April we also did our first beach clean of the season at High Town. With a number of trainees in the club, May saw us back at Captain Ray doing some training dives. Visibility was a bit patchy, but nevertheless, all good experience. We headed back to Eccleston Delph on the 11th of May for some more trainee dives, some novice divers going in for the first open water experience. Visibility wasn't particularly good, but at least we caught sight of the sturgeon. Our next club dive in May was to Portray Castle on Anglesey. Loads of marine life underwater, just a bit of an underwater swell pushing us around a bit. In early June we booked to go on the Nautical Archaeological Society's diving fortnight at Abercastle, Pembrokeshire. However, the weekend we planned to go was blown out, so as an alternative we decided to go down to Stony Cove in Leicestershire.
Come on, you know Doug likes to pose for the pictures in the dive.
Yeah, the gentleman. 100.
visibility was again disappointing. It seemed to be a theme this year that all the inland sites seem to have poor visibility. After Stony Cove, we also decided to go and have a couple of dives in 80 Acre Lake, but the visibility was very disappointing. On the 18th of June, we went back to Eccleston Delft for the midweek splash to see if the visibility had improved any. But no, it was still very poor. So we decided to have a bit of post-dive compensation with a cup of tea and of course obligatory chocolate bar. Went for a quick midweek dive at Cap'n-Ray in early July as part of a build-up to our Scapa Flow trip. Visibility was quite good, the best we've had all year to date. We also managed to get a dive into Triada Bay Anglesey, however the weather was quite poor. And then it was off to Scapa Flow to dive all the block ships around the Churchill barriers. This was some of the best diving we'd had all year. Excellent visibility and long dive times, 40-minute plus on every dive. Loads of marine life, shoals of fish, everywhere you looked. After getting back from Scapa Flow, we decided to do a deep dive at Front to finish off July. Visibility was really good, although the water itself was very cold, down to 6 degrees at 30 metres. And it's one hard slog getting back up that hill after the dive. The weather in August had been quite bad, although we still managed to get to Cap'n-Ray and do some more training for the dive leaders. And then it was back to Eccleston Delft to take some more trainees in for their open water experience. Again, the visibility was a little bit challenging, but again we caught sight of the sturgeon. We then nipped up to Cap'n-Ray for a quick couple of dives as part of our build-up plan before we went to Oban at the end of the month. So the August bank holiday saw us camping in Oban, ready to take the rib to dive some of the local wrecks. We had a few good dives on the breeder, loads of marine life. Visibility was 5 to 6 metres, so it wasn't too bad for the time of year. Great being out on the rib again, in what was a flat calm sea. And so our first big skate of the year. And we finished off August with the club organising a nitrox course. And it was congratulations to all our participants who achieved 100% pass rate. Then it was back to Eccleston Delft for a few more training dives.
viz bad.
Absolutely atrocious visibility. And with a number of trainees in the club still needing to do open water assessments, it was back to Cap and Ray. As Eccleston Delph is our local open water dive centre, we decided to take advantage of the low underwater visibility and practice our rope stage techniques. As part of the Marine Conservation Society Beach Clean Weekend, WAPSAC did a beach clean at Crosby. We subsequently submitted our pictures to AP Diving Challenge for their 50th anniversary competition, and later in the year we found out we won joint first prize. Due to the ongoing unpredictable sea state for all of September, we eventually decided to go up to the Lake District and dive Windermere. The underwater visibility is what you normally get in the Lake District. That's clear but dark. And then it was back to Cap and Ray to get another dive in, just to keep ourselves dive fit. And of course, in poor visibility, what's better than a game of noughts and crosses? And we had some really good visibility in the shallows playing with the fish. In fact, one of our members has now become the sturgeon whisperer. November saw us jumping on an EasyJet flight and jetting off to Aqua in Jordan for a week's diving in the Red Sea. Stunning visibility, beautiful corals. What more could you want when you go diving abroad? And we came across this turtle having some anemones for his dinner. All the dives are nice and relaxing and nothing too strenuous. When we got back from Jordan, we planned to do a debris dive in Duke's Dock following the inflatable season to help remove some of the litter. We managed to collect quite a lot of rubbish at the dock, and we sent a copy of the video to the Canal and Rivers Trust. We had our club Christmas meal on the 20th of December at the Spice Chili in Prescot, and then a pre-New Year's drink at the Cricketers Arms in St Helens, Camera Pub of the Year 2017. And then WAPSAC finished off its diving year in our traditional way with our mince pie dive on the 29th of December at Duke's Dock.
Dougie, do you want a mince pie?
Yes, please.
There you go.
And that concludes the WAPSAC 2019 diving year. If you'd like to know a little bit more about WAPSAC, then please visit our website www.wapsac.org.uk. You can visit our Facebook page or view any of our WAPSAC videos on our YouTube channel.